Is Shohei
Over.
Ohtani more popular than Tom Brady? Do more
No.
people in the world know Tom Brady compared to Shohei Ohtani?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So here's the other name that I want to bring up. Is Shohei Ohtani more popular than Usain Bolt? Do you think more people know Usain Bolt or Shohei Ohtani?
Usain Bolt.
I
Shohei Ohtani.
agree. I no no no
That
no
one's
no.
that one's that one's hard for me, but
The
They're
fastest man in the
the
world.
fast
they're up there.
little kids, Gabby. When little kids are playing outside, who do they say like I want to run like Bolt or I want to run like
I don't
Ohtani?
know.
¿Qué pasa, mi raza? Welcome back to Los Fantasy Cuz Thursday Night Futbol Edition. Today I'm with my cuz Eddie, el what's it called? Eric, what'd you call him, Eric? On last pod, the Mexican of the week,
Co-Mexican of the week.
co-Mexican of the week, Eddie. We got Gabby with the Chivas hat. That's badass. And we got Eric wearing a Rapids jersey that we don't know about, but
Authentic and signed and dedicated just for me.
well, nice time. We'll let it slide this time. But yeah, what's up, guys?
What's up, fam? Let's get it. We're here for another week.
What up, familia? Let's get it again.
It's good to be back, guys.
Yeah, we have a good episode today. We're going to talk a little bit about Champions League, some CONCACAF Champions, some Gold Cup, some global athlete debate. We heard about the Brazil banning a skill. We'll go into a little bit of Chivas news and updates, and then we'll finish off with the Mount Rushmore that I won't say yet, but when we get there, we'll bring it up. So how does that sound to you guys?
Lit.
Let's get into it. So first segment that we're going to get into is the Champions League. Did you guys watch any of the Champions League games this week?
Boy, I gotta start this one off right, guys.
Dale.
Eh,
I love
That's
it. I love it.
badass.
Gotta respect it, boys.
I like it.
I need you to teach me how to do that shit later.
I got you.
So the first games that happened were on Tuesday, were Bayern Inter and Arsenal Real. Which one do you guys want to start with?
The Inter, maybe.
Yeah, let's start with that one because that one I predicted. I think in the last pod, Eric, do you remember like that? I said that
Yeah,
Inter.
you predicted, and I think Rob also had said Inter.
Inter?
Yeah, I think I was listening to the end of it yesterday, and I think Rob had said Inter was
Yeah.
had the best defense, and he liked them going into this match
No,
too.
I like them a lot. I had a really good feeling that they could come out on top, and that's exactly what happened with the 2-1 Inter win. So Eddie, what did you think?
I saw like the highlights, but just from watching that, I felt like Bayern had a lot of momentum before that first goal from Milan, and I just gotta say, man, Kane sometimes, bro, that like shocker in the 25th minute. That I don't know if you guys saw that play that like he tried to. I feel like quiso colocar too much and it hit the post and it went out. That would have changed the game right away instantly.
That would have been 2-1 for them, I think, right?
No, that would have been the 1-0 like at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
That was before the freaking golazo de Lautaro Martinez. Bro, I give a lot of slack to like players that can't hit with their left. But if you hit it like that with the outside of your right foot, like okay,
Bro.
I'll give you props for that.
Bro, that shit was so fucking bad. If you look at
Clean.
his slow motion, he's leaning and looking to the left, and he's leaning and then just fucking boop, to the other side. No, man.
That's not easy, dude, to hit it with the outside of your foot and the ball to curve like that.
And he roofed it. Like the
Yeah.
power in that little because that's a small touch. It's not like he was winding up and then like
Boom.
it was in the moment just a little pop, and he got it.
Yeah.
Not just that, bro. The setup, the little back heel,
That was
con intención. Like he intentionally knew that he was gonna be there, bro. It was such a clean goal, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
I was shocked, honestly.
if you were a coach and you saw that play, you would tell your players like, "That's what I want you guys to do."
It reminded me of that old Real Madrid play when Guti has the ball and he's dribbling and he does a little back heel to I think it was Benzema in that time.
Ah, yes, I know which one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful plays like that. No,
Wait,
but
has Inter
Yeah, freaking Tomas Mueller still going at it. 35 years old. Tryna-
Future
tryna-
future LAFC player.
No,
You want him or what?
Ya estamos viejos ahí.
Yeah, you don't
Hey, so
think
I don't watch Italy, but is Inter killing it right now or what?
Inter is in first place in the Serie A?
Oh, wow. When was the
They
last time?
also had the number one defense in Champions League, and up until this game, they only had gotten scored on one goal the entire Champions League.
I feel like the Italians have been MIA in Champions League for a while.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, not.
who was the last?
Like 2 years ago, I think they played City, you know?
Yeah, they lost to City in the final.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. I think this Inter, though, there's like a dark horse for Champions League winner because if you look at them, to me, besides Barca, they're the most balanced team in terms of they have the best defense and their attack, they're just as good as anyone else in the Champions League. So to me, besides Barca, they're the most balanced team and they play, I think, with a little bit less pressure because no one expects them to win. To me, that's why they're the dark horse to win this thing because, like I said, if you can have the number one defense and then also be better than average attacking, like ¿qué más quieres? There's teams that have a really good attack and can't defend for shit.
Yeah, I've seen that. A lot of people are saying that they see them being able to beat Barcelona. So they're on a 11-game non-losing streak. The last game they lost was versus Juventus back in February 16th, 1-0.
Yeah, no, and they have a deep squad, dude. I think I was touching on them in the last episode too, where they have Çalhanoğlu, they have Thuram.
Varela.
Yeah, when Lautaro is they rested Lautaro on purpose these last two games that I've been watching him too because of this game. And look what happens when you rest one of your best players. They freaking perform. So they have a deep squad, I think, that could. For me, like going to Eric's point, they're my second team because after Real Madrid, you know, even though I don't care what happened, to me, I feel like they're the team also to make it that far. But I still have hope in my Real.
Oh, you wanna get into that then?
I mean, fuck, man. That was a stressful game to watch because Real didn't play that good, man. We ended up with a 3-0 loss to Arsenal. Was it at Arsenal? It was at Arsenal.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes, sir.
Declan Arroz killed us.
Yeah, but before that, another play where I was like, I think it was like in the first minute where Vinny had it and took it.
Yep.
Bro, if you look at it, if he would have gone a little bit in, he would have forced the defender and he could have easily like passed it to Mbappe just to go in one-on-one.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about too.
Like one of the very first plays.
Selfish. Muy selfish. No, but
Dude,
Arsenal.
that free kick,
Yeah, go ahead, Gabby.
that free kick has probably been one of the best free kicks I've seen in a long.
Which one, dude?
Yeah,
which one?
Which one, bro?
I think it was the first one. There's a picture of Courtois like leaning forward, and the ball is literally in the upper V right side.
So that's probably the
That
second
was
one.
the second one.
The second one.
No, starting off on that first one, bro. I know in the group chat there, someone had mentioned about the Barrera. Yeah, he could have gone maybe a step further out, but even then, bro, like, this guy agarró una pinche curva that, like, obviously you can't really compare it, but it reminded me a little bit of the Roberto Carlos.
Yep.
Like, you can clearly send it or see it bending out, bro. It was a wild, wild hit.
It sucked, but, you know, props to them. I mean, because I said in the group chat that if it wasn't for those two free kicks, I think Arsenal would have just won 1-0. So, props to
Hey, but
them.
what did I say last week, Fabian? I said Bukayo Saka is gonna come in and make a difference.
And he was, dude.
And he got. I think if it wasn't on both free kicks, on one for sure, it was a play that he got fouled on because he took like 3, 4, or 5 guys.
It was the second one. It was the second free kick where he got fouled. But even before that, he was killing us on the side where he gave like a few crosses that would just like slide right across the goal that someone could have just easily tapped in.
You know what's the crazy thing too? Is that apart from Real Madrid looking horrible, because to me, outside of Courtois, everyone else didn't show up.
Yeah.
Right? After that play that Eddie says that where Vinny took it and could have played, outside of that, they all disappeared. And to me, Courtois literally saved them de una pinche goliza, because there was like 2 or 3 times where it was literally goal line saves where it wasn't even Courtois at that point, it was a defender.
Yep.
But
Puta, pues fue goliza.
pero pudo haber sido peor, güey.
No.
Te fue bien.
I had Courtois as the MVP, honestly, too,
Yeah.
because he
Same.
still made some clutch saves, bro. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, he made
So,
some clutch
but my
saves.
point, outside of Real Madrid playing so bad, Arsenal winning 3-0 and being that dangerous, and they're playing with a midfielder as their 9. Mikel Merino. He's a center mid and center defensive mid sometimes, and he's playing striker, bro.
Is he the one
And
that
even
scored the
like
third
that.
one? Is he the one that
Yeah.
scored the third one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was also a golazo, low key.
That
Like,
was
the way
yeah.
he hit it, there was a defender in front of Courtois, but I think he placed it so well with that.
Dude.
No hace nada ahí de todos modos, el guy.
Yeah.
Not an easy goal to make. Not an easy goal for sure.
Yeah. But Arsenal, my thing with them, they need to come out in the Bernabeu and play the same exact way.
Yeah.
They can't come out to defend the result. They got to go out and win the game again. O sea, arriesgate. Don't sit back because that's what Real Madrid is going to want you to do. They're going to want you to sit back. They're going to throw everyone forward. Arsenal needs to go out and play the same exact way. Like, take the fucking game to them.
That's the plan, but we'll see what happens because we know that Real Madrid is going to come out 110% from minute 1.
Well, you know what's the crazy part? They're down 3-0, and there's a probability that they can come back. Cause
Still,
that's
exactly.
what they do, right?
Exactly.
Bro, I feel like there's been worse score lines that they've come back from.
Yep.
Or moments, you know what I mean? That it's been worse moments where we've been like, there's no way they can come back and they find a fucking
And
way.
then minute 93, Sergio Ramos header in a corner kick against Atletico, goal. See? So
Minute like 115 until they tie it.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I got a hot take for Ancelotti. If I'm Ancelotti going into this second leg, I'm benching Vinny.
man, that's hot.
There's no way.
That's a
Bro.
hot take, but
He no aporta nada.
it's
Hasta ahorita no aporta nada. They've had 3 games where he's been not the same player. He's missed PKs. He's no está aportando like he did last year. To me, in this game, I would put in another midfielder and go back to like a diamond midfield and put Mbappe up top with Rodrigo.
Well, I was gonna say, who would you put in then, off the top of your head, or are you just saying anyone?
I mean, well, I don't know. Well, I know Camavinga will be out, but I mean, if they could have someone, maybe Lucas Vázquez come in on the right and move Valverde back in the middle and play with Valverde, Bellingham, Modric, and then maybe Brahim. Brahim, every time he goes in, dude, he's a fucking menace.
Brahim. I like Brahim up front for
and
sure.
then play the 2 strikers, Mbappe and Rodrigo, and then just fucking go at them.
You know, if Ancelotti was smart, he would probably do that, but I don't think he's going to do that. He's not going to leave Vinny off.
Wait,
And then you bring in Vinny in the
set.
set. Yeah, Camavinga has a red.
There's no way he leaves them on.
That was a stupid red too. He just didn't have to kick the fucking ball away.
Yep, and that's why he got a double yellow.
But to me, Vinny is not, I think he's been more of a harm than he has been helping Real. So I would try something different and bring him on in a moment in the second half where Arsenal se les están subiendo and just fucking throw him in there.
Because he could come on like fresh and like be like, bam, just goes fast.
I don't know, but that's my
hot
hot take and that's my opinion.
It's a hot take.
Wait, so I got a question. I guess. What do you guys like? What are you guys predicting for next week? Do you guys have like actual hope? Like, how do you guys see it?
Always.
Go ahead,
Always
Gabby. I think Real's going to come back like 3-0 or maybe, I don't know if away goals count in Champions League. Do you guys know that?
No, they do not.
I feel like
Well,
it
I
could
have-
be.
I have hope because historically they come back. But if you want to talk about like the last couple of weeks where, like I said last week, they're not winning. If they win, it's not even convincing. They're barely winning.
Yeah, like
So
Valencia,
it's nothing new.
Leganés.
Like, they got their ass kicked. It's nothing new. They're not playing well. They're not even playing well in the league.
And I think they know that, Gabby. I think all the players know that. And now they're in this big ass hole where all of them know that, like, we got to get out of this fucking hole.
Well, they say history repeats itself, right? We've seen weirder shit happen at the Bernabeu, but with that same thing, I would mention like I think if Arsenal scores 1 goal, bro, I think it's over. I mean, we saw with that Copa del Rey semi, it was back and forth, and that's why I said if they can score 1, I think that's a tough task. 3, okay, maybe, but 4 está. And obviously, depending at what point of the game cae el primero o el segundo.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. It'd have to be an early
Here's
goal.
the thing. They're going to be on the offensive. So, like, for Arsenal, to find space behind the defensive line, it's probably gonna be there.
No, bro.
Susceptible to the counter.
They keep playing Alaba in this horrible form that he's in.
Yeah, I
And
don't
to
like
me,
that.
the key to me why Arsenal has so much success is because in the middle of the park, 30 something whatever Modric can't keep up with Declan Rice, Odegaard, um, Merino, and I forget Partey, Thomas Partey. Valverde playing on the right, like yes, aporta algo diferente, but the job he does in the midfield, dude, it's like that's why sometimes it's so hard to break Real Madrid down because he's so fucking athletic and he can cover so much ground. So when you put him out right, you isolate him to where you're just getting knocked around in the middle of the park, and that's why Arsenal has so much success.
Don't lose faith in my Luka Modric, though. Don't lose faith.
Bro, he's a legend, but it's hurting Valverde being out on the far right,
Yeah,
honestly.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well,
But I don't know. Arsenal going through, honestly.
we'll see then next week. Next week, let's move on to. Go ahead, Eddie.
No, it's gonna be a wild one. That's for sure. Like
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect less though. That's what we want. That's what we want to see.
exactly. These type of games. So, let's move on to the Wednesday games where PSG and Villa played, and that one came out 3-1. A little surprising for me, because I thought that this game was going to be a tie at first. In the first half, I watched a little bit of this one. Both teams looked pretty even, and and then just second half, PSG at home. Their players stepped it up. They're in a good rhythm right now too, and they came out with the 3-1. Dude, I was a little surprised by that. But what did you guys think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, obviously PSG's been on a tear, bro. Like they won the French League One with 6 games to go, so like they can literally just focus on this right now. But honestly, I still gave Villa like a shot. Like I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, PSG's gonna kill, but surprisingly they held up. And honestly, if it wasn't for that third goal in the last couple of minutes, I think they would have gone back with like more hope than right now. It's looking a little tough, but that's gonna be another one where you can't count them out. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they come out there.
Before I forget, did you guys see Dibu Martinez kind of crying or putting his head down after the game?
No, I didn't.
He was acting like a crybaby. So
Like he was seriously crying.
someone said that they thought that he was crying, but what I saw was he was just walking like this and like going like with his head down and like kind of like saying to himself like, man, I fucked up and stuff. But I was like, bro, I stopped with the acting. I don't believe anything he does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think he had a part in it. Like, I mean that play before, I think the second goal where it hit the post, it hit him. It almost went in. That was a clutch save. But the other goal, what was it? The second one, bro, where the guy, like, he faked. I think the 2 defenders and like he carried like how do you say? You know what I'm talking about? Where he faked them and then he just crossed it over. Like, oh, bro, that shit was. My god!
I think I know.
If you watch it in slow motion, you see like the 2 defenders in the back just go thinking he's gonna shoot. Y se las cruza.
PSG, man. PSG has good players still, like, and they have a good bench.
Yeah.
If they rest their players, like you said, like then all they have to focus is this. One of our guys in our group chats has a lot of faith in PSG. Eric's brother, Abram.
¿Qué dice el guy?
Shout out Abram.
Shout out producer.
He hasn't told you anything, Eric? He just said that he thinks that PSG could be finalists. That they're the real deal, that they could beat a Barcelona or a Real Madrid in a final. If PSG wins, though, do you guys know it would be? They would probably play Barcelona, wouldn't they?
I believe so. I think they're on the other side.
Yeah, because we were also talking about in a few episodes that Real Madrid and Barca can only meet each other in the final.
Yeah.
So it would be PSG Barcelona in the next round.
That'd be good.
Yeah. But let's.
Yeah, no, PSG's on fire. I think for me personally, I have Barca, and then PSG, and then Inter as the top 3 right now to win it.
I mean, whoever moves on, dude, these next semifinal games are going to be freaking amazing games no matter what teams are in it. Because all of these teams right now, too, are really good. So it'll be fun to watch those matches.
Yep.
Let's move into the Barca Dortmund game that I think all of us watched. Maybe our compa Rob maybe turned off the TV a little bit sooner than we think. But what did you guys think of the Barca Dortmund?
Nah, you know he watched every single minute. He's watching. He said it himself. He watches the rivals.
4-0, dude. 4-0. 2 goals by Lewandowski again, man. Lewandowski's been on fire, dude. Who's it?
Yeah, but we can't skip over that first goal, bro. I was so pissed because I don't care, like, what. Obviously he was onside, but bro, how are you gonna do that? Like, watch it go in. Like, he had that luxury of watching it go in, but he had to tap it in. I don't know. Maybe in the moment he thought, oh, like it could go out, but to me it clearly looked like it was going in.
And he tapped it.
And I think that was just like a selfish play by Rafinha, but obviously I feel like he made it up a little bit in the second half with that header to play it back to Lewandowski.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was low key pissed because I was like, bro, imagine if it would have been offsides, bro. Imagine.
Yeah, everyone would have been freaking fuming on him. Who else? What other players do you guys think played good in this game, Gabby?
I didn't watch it, to be honest. But I will say, the way Barcelona's playing, as much as it hurts me to say, they're on pace to win that, to get that triplete. The way Madrid is playing, it doesn't look like they're going to win the league. Barcelona's killing it. They're killing it in Champions League. And then again, the last 2 times Madrid and Barcelona played each other, Barcelona just smashed them.
Yeah.
So that final they're playing next, I don't know. As a Madrid fan, I don't feel too comfortable. Pero pues that's just the way the things are right now. One team's playing great, the other one's not.
Just give them props.
If Barcelona, I give them props, man. I have no shame in talking about a rival team that's like playing good. They're fun to watch, you know. If Barcelona wins the Champions League, they're gonna tie Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and then the couple players that are bigger than Barcelona: Nacho Fernandez with 6, Dani Carvajal, Toni Kroos, and Luka Modric. And then Ancelotti is still bigger than Barcelona with 7 Champions Leagues.
So you're saying if they win this Champions League, they would get to 6 or 7 Champions Leagues?
6.
With 6, so yeah, Milan, AC Milan has 6 too, and Liverpool I think has 6 too, right?
Liverpool and Bayern has 6.
There you go. Well,
thanks for the backhanded compliment, compa.
you kept Eric quiet, which Eric didn't say anything to that.
No, it's funny because when your team is down bad, you gotta start bringing out the trophies. I've done it. It's all good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
What do you got? What do you think of your team, Eric? You said that this is the hottest team in Europe.
It's not my team, but I like how it gets on your nerves that when I say they're the hottest team in Europe. I know it's hard for you to admit. Why don't you learn from Gabby and learn some of his positivity, where it's like he knows a team is good, he admits it.
Because you got to keep that pride, bro. You got to, always be on your toes and, just be like, put yourself in the Real Madrid mentality and be like, we got to beat them no matter what.
Well, it's not same.
I think Barca was dominant, but that first half, like, it wasn't sufficient enough for me. Like, 1-0, and Borussia had like 1 or 2 opportunities where you thought, okay, maybe. I think there was a clear one where the number 9 whiffed it right after that first goal.
Guiarce, I can't even say his name, Guiarce, where Adeyemi crossed it to him. He just had to fucking tap it.
Yeah, he whiffed it, bro.
Oh man, I saw that play. I did see that play. I remember that. So that could have changed the game a little bit at least.
Yeah, but then obviously the second half they started it perfectly the way you would want to come out. That freaking ball from Lamine, it looked like it was almost going out. Rafinha heads it back perfectly, a cross goal to Lewandowski who tapped it in.
Dude, the goalie jumped right there too when I think Rafinha was about to hit it. So by the time the ball was over, there's no
He was
one.
still in the air.
It's just so I was like, oh my god, that was too easy of a goal on that one. Did you guys see though? Barcelona still had like 60% possession in this game compared to 40 for Dortmund. Barcelona had 18 shots and 10 on target compared to only 13 and 3 shots on target. So that just again shows you that Barcelona killed in this game in almost every aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Barca has the leading goal scorers for both La Champions and La Liga right now. With Rafinha with 12 and Lewell with 25. So you got to give them credit where credit is due right now. They're scoring goals.
Yeah, Barca just have this play style that Barca does. It's so different from the tiki taka, where like this Barca is just fucking ruthless, and they got this like killer mentality for when they get that first goal. It's like they're smelling blood, and they just go for the fucking kill, dude. Like it's almost refreshing to see that they're winning games like a different style because for a little bit it got annoying that they were trying to force the tiki taka after that era of Guardiola, and they were trying to force it with all these coaches, and it's so refreshing to see Hansi Flick come in and be able to kind of add this like attacking, like ruthless mentality. And they still todavía tocan, but it's like they're not so much focused on that. They're focused on the counter. They're focused on getting goals, and they're a team that like scares you.
Watching the games, bro, like I can feel like this momentum of like this feeling of like, bro, they're gonna score here at some point. Like,
Yeah.
I had that feeling versus Betis. It didn't come through, but like most other games, like that little feeling, and then boom, they hit, and I'm just like, all right, let's go.
It's like when you have a guy like Pedri that's like giving you some freaking dimes right to your feet, where you could just have an opportunity to shoot, dude. It's like that's what's dangerous. Other teams like know that's coming, but they can still make it happen.
Yeah, a crazy little stat. Lamine Yamal, the first player in the history of Champions League to score multiple knockout stage goals before turning 18.
He's not even 18? Damn, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, he's the best player in the fucking world. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't know. Some people are saying Rafinha, but I mean that's obviously because of his, his stats right now.
Nah, if you have a right wing position battle, you're starting Yamin over Rafinha. It's not even a debate.
Yeah, for what he gives you, right? But I'm just saying, going off the stats, like that's what the people are saying. But I mean, I don't disagree.
No, it's cool to see Yamal. Hey, he's young, he's quick, he's good, he has good skills. He does always that like cut that he always does with his left foot. And it somehow always ends up working where he can either.
It's like these defenders don't watch him or what? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes I wonder, like
it's like Robin. Like Robin coming down that wing, what he's gonna do, and you still can't stop him.
Yeah, that's a good player. So let's move on to our next segment, the CONCACAF Champions. I want to start with Gabby, and tell us a little bit about your LAFC. What'd you think of that game?
Tough loss. Missed a lot of opportunities. I feel like Miami, a lot of their opportunities were more outside of the box, like they were defending them well, and then LAFC had more clear like through balls and one-on-one with the goalie.
Yeah, like Boanga.
When you don't capitalize, you get hurt. And then another thing, like, why do you pull out a forward to bring in the defender with 15 minutes to go? As soon as Segura came in, I wrote in the message in the group chat, Segura SMH. Like, I already knew it. Like, how are you going to defend for 15 minutes? Like, you're going to defend the tie to go to the next round? Go get another goal instead.
Yeah, exactly. And especially against a Miami team like that.
Yeah. And then the handball, like, pinche vato pendejo, like, he's I don't know what happened there, but.
I got a hot take on that.
Dale.
You got what?
I got a hot take on that PK call. Like I know it's hard not to blame it on the defender, but if you look at the replay, to me, Lloris has just as much fault out there because if you look at the replay, when that ball's up, you can tell he calls for it like he's gonna jump for it, right?
Yes.
And he kind of goes up and then like midway through stops, pushes Segura into that fucking thing. And I know Segura can't be like this, right? But as a defender, when you're taught when the keeper screams for the ball, that's it. That's it. He's going up for it, and you can't just scream for the ball in your box, go up, and then kind of back out, and then still kind of you can see he pushes Segura a little bit like that. Like to me, it's like, dude, you're a world class keeper. Either you call for it and go for it, or don't fucking call for it.
He had a couple. He did have a couple mistakes, but the defender with the
Two.
handball was Marlon.
Oh, Marlon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, I think that could have obviously, like, if you hear the goalie say mine or he said something, the guy, like the defender, like, I mean, I don't know why your hands are out like that still, but maybe it did throw him off.
Threw him off, and his hands were in like kind of natural position. I think Aaron Long was right next to him too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Aaron.
Yeah, it looked like both of them almost could have had a handball or no.
So like, although they lost on a PK, we don't know what would have happened if they would have defended for fucking 15 minutes. But still, like, what are you doing? Like, go try to get your another goal to secure it. And like, right now, the LAFC X's, Twitters, whatever you want to call it, are hashtag Dolo out. So I
Damn,
don't know.
already?
Is that the guy who did the PK, Dolo?
Churundolo, güey. Churundolo.
Oh, Cherúndolo. Es que yo no lo conozco como Dolo, güey, no mames.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that either.
Yeah, Gabby, I saw parts of this game, and it was like right before the first half ended. Literally, all the players were like almost in front of the 18, like defending all of them, and I was like, damn, like you could feel like at some point they were gonna score like another goal. You could feel it.
Yeah. Oh, easy. And then that's the thing. Like, I understand. Like, with the difference between Churundolo and Bob Bradley is Bob Bradley was get the ball, go score 5 goals, and then they were scoring us a shit ton. And then Churundolo's they're more well shaped. And I understand since he's been there, it's worked for him. Like, they score 2-3 goals, and then he puts in defenders, and they lock it down, and boom, they win the games. But you're not gonna do that versus Messi. I don't care how old he is.
Yeah.
And you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Messi stepped up.
You can't discount the goal, bro. Like just give him one opportunity. Like in that first goal, he's just boom, 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 pop.
That was a beautiful goal, and it's like you're in an elimination game, dude. Like, what are you doing?
You can't park the bus. You can't park the
Yeah,
bus.
to me, I think this. I don't think LAFC lost because of bad play. I think it looked to me, honestly, it seemed like a Miami fluke game where it's like they had a lot of things and mistakes that LAFC caused themselves in order for them to take advantage. I don't think Miami outplayed LAFC in both games. I think LAFC outplayed them. I think Boenga had 2 clear chances to put the game away. He just no le cayó, right? Pero to me, the biggest like at fault here is Lloris, because take away the first goal, right? Messi, it's a world class fucking goal. You're not gonna do shit about that. But the second goal, that was back-to-back plays on él sale mal, and one of them was offsides.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you remember that, Gabby?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out, salió mal, it was a goal, but it was offsides. The same fucking play happens, otra vez sale mal, and Suarez gets the goal. And to me, it's like, dude, like, I don't know, to me, you play in Europe at the highest levels, you played with France in World Cup, like, you should have a little bit more experience to be like, salgo o no salgo?
To read.
And
to read it.
I sort of disagree on that. As a goalkeeper myself,
Hey.
no, I don't know. The first one, I mean, both of them are tough because one, you come out, but like Suarez se la gana, he just literally taps it. The second one, you either go for the ball and then the guy beats you to it, and then you still mess up. You go to the guy, and then you miss the ball. Like, it's a hard decision, and you have to make it like this.
See, here's
No
the thing.
hesitation.
Like, he's actually been really great for us. Like, last year he had like 7 or 8 clean sheets. Like, he still has it in him. I think he just had a bad game. And then the only 2 positive things I take out of this game is, number 1, we're healthy and now we can focus in league play. And then finally put an actual full starting squad, because we got our ass kicked we didn't get our ass kicked, but we lost versus Dynamo we put in a heavily rotated squad and we lost. And then the starters came in at the last 10 minutes, and then it looked like, okay, we're gonna score right now. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And then, dude, Ordaz is doing everything you want a forward to do. That kid, 21 years old, he receives the ball.
Is he the Salvadorian one?
Yeah, and it's like, it's promising because there's nobody else. He runs it. He runs that dude. He shoots. He does everything you want a forward to do. So that's what I take away from this game. But unfortunately, ni modo.
Ni modo. But it was a good. It was a good game. It was a good game. LAFC, fought and stayed in it as long as they can. If Boanga would have just made one of those goals, it would have, I think, changed the game a lot too. But
changed the game, they would have won, bro. What do you mean?
Oh, because
that last play,
it would have been 3-3 if he would have made that.
Boanga makes that 9 times out of 10, dude. Like, I was like,
when he played him through, I was like, oh, there you go, the game's over. Like, I thought he was gonna tap it in, literally tap it in. Pero también el portero, bro, he stood his ground.
Yeah.
Oh, and
a lot of times, so that he literally hit it with his foot.
Yeah.
And that goalie, Eddie, do you remember where he played? Was he from Pachuca?
Yeah, I think so. Argentinian.
And now Miami has a decent goalkeeper. But if Boanga would have made that, it would have been 3-3, and LAFC passes with away goals, right? That's what would have happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sucks. The other games that were in this CONCACAF Champions, I don't know if you guys saw Tigres Galaxy, where Tigres came on top 3-2. The highlights of that one was like Tigres scored early in the 9th minute and in the 10th minute with one of your favorite players, Antuna, scoring.
Oh, I can't stand that fucker.
Fuck that fool.
Ex-Chivas legend.
Yeah, he had a goal. He had a goal in this one. And then I think in this game, Tigres was dominating the whole game, where they were 3-1 right until about the 60th minute, where Galaxy scored a goal to make it 3-2. And then by that time, time ran out, and Tigres held their ground and got the dub. You guys want to comment anything about this game?
Yeah, man, another surprising result to me, honestly, because the Galaxy's been fucking terrible in MLS. Terrible. So for them to go to Mexico and still get 2 goals, like, at Tigres, I mean,
not easy.
It's not an easy feat. Not any team can do that. But, I mean, bro, the Galaxy hasn't won a game in MLS.
Good.
Literally, they made history in the wrong way. They've been the only returning champion to start a season without a win in, like, 8+ games. No sabe cuántos.
Damn, Eric's team. Ahí va, pa' abajo.
Yep.
That's why he has a jersey right now, because he's embarrassed.
Do you want to say anything about this game, Eric, or you just saw the result?
No, I just saw the result, but it seemed like it was an exciting, close match. Tigres still doesn't convince me. I think like for them to have this close of a game against the worst team in MLS, like Tigres still, I don't know. There's something that they don't convince me.
I agree with that. Actually, I agree with you 100% because their next team they're gonna play is Cruz Azul, and how did they do against America? Did you guys see that one?
They saved soccer.
Ganó el fútbol in this one.
Sí existe la justicia.
I watched the second half of this one. I couldn't watch the first half, but I ended up watching the second half, where I think that's where most of the action happened in the second half. And I just want to say the second goal happened because of Nestor Araujo. Let the guy free, got a free header, and that was it. End of the game.
Bro, he looks so lost. Hey, he did one of those classic defenders. He looked around.
Yeah.
And then he just put his head down because he knew it was fuck up.
I don't know, bro. It reminded me kind of like what Gabby was saying when LAFC subbed out the forward to put in another defender. It's like, I don't know who he took out. I don't know if it was Diego Valdez or who
he took out Valdez
yeah.
at the 69th minute.
That's
he
fucking...
fucking bus.
I put Araujo, dude. Like, o sea, everything they've shown as a team, y se dieron con muy pocos huevos.
He put in a defender that like barely plays.
Exactly. And his level of play has been down bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I want to give a shout out to ex-Chivas legend Ángel Sepúlveda.
Let's go.
2 goals.
Hey, we got a lot of talk of ex-Chivas legends actually as we continue through this Champions League.
That are doing pretty
Nah,
good,
bro,
right?
but that header, bro, like he had to do his job.
Yeah,
Lo dejaron solo, but boom, perfect header, bro.
you got to make
Bro, he's
those.
on fucking fire too.
Yeah, no, he really is.
For Cruz Azul to have Giacomakis and then El Toro Fernandez, and Sepulveda has been the one that's been the most responsive up at that top position.
You know who
He's
else,
the
Eric? I
Mexican
saw.
with the most goals in 2025.
Oh shit, for real. Oh shit. No, I didn't know that.
We need it. We need that competition up there just because Santi and Raul, you know, like we need
yeah.
competition for
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
position. So
And you know who else played good in this game, Eric? Lira.
Lira's a fucking beast, dude.
Lira.
My God, like the way he plays, eso me recuerda como a un jugador. Do you guys remember la selección chilena? Obviously nos metió 7 fucking goals, fuck them. Pero tenían como al Pitbull Medel o Arturo Vidal, o sea, un güey que juega con putos huevos, pero trae la pinche técnica como de un Xavi.
And if
O sea, he's a fucking little menace, little beast, and I fucking love the way he makes me want to go fucking play. Like when I was watching him play, I was like, dude, I'm gonna go find an indoor game because I just want to fucking play.
just like him or something. And if you didn't know he was Mexican, dude, to me the way he plays is like this guy kind of looks like a South American to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Pero, I mean, at the end of the day, fuck America. This proves they shouldn't get the bid for the Club World Cup. Honestly, fuck them. Fuck Cruz Azul, but they came through. You know? Like,
yeah. So,
but, yeah.
Cruz Azul Tigres next.
What were you saying, Gary?
The Puercs have lost Leagues Cup 2023 octavos, CONCACAF 2024 semifinal, Leagues Cup 2024 cuartos. They won the Campeones Cup 2024 one-off game, and then they got eliminated again.
Eliminated now. So, ahí está. El más grande de América, my ass.
Bro, I got a quick question. I don't know if you guys know at the top of your head, but has America ever had a season the way Chivas did with Almeida, where we won literally fucking everything that one season?
I mean, it was a double, like, so I don't know if they've won 2. I guess they won some cup earlier this season, where the one where they fucking play, I think, directly versus MLS, if I'm not mistaken.
The Campeones Cup, the one-off.
Yeah.
But I don't think in a season they've won, because we won League that year, we won La CONCACAF Champions, we won, what else?
I mean, technically, yeah, we won all 3, but the CONCACAF Champions was the following calendar year.
Hey, pero ese año ganamos 5 títulos, ¿no?
No,
Ganamos una Copa MX, creo, también.
Yeah, with Almeida, but I don't think it was like literally the same year. It was the previous.
Because I just remember everyone goes off about the season that we won. We won like 5 trophies, like everything you could possibly win for a Mexican team. We won everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we'd have to look up into that and see if America's done something like that.
But yeah, Cruz Azul looks like the clear favorite to me.
Oh, big time. I see a Cruz Azul Miami final.
I don't.
Didn't they play each other?
No. It's Cruz Azul Tigres, Miami, Vancouver.
That was last year.
No, but
They played each other before. Cruz Azul and Miami had a game.
Oh,
Last
Leagues
year.
Cup.
It was an important game. It was Leagues Cup?
Yeah, Leagues Cup final.
And they played, ¿que no se toparon otra vez en la final?
Yes, in the final where Messi scored his first golazo.
oh, that was the Leagues Cup. I think one of the
First
games.
year.
I don't think it was the final.
So who did Miami beat in the Leagues Cup final then? Because they won that shit, right?
That's right. I thought it was Cruz Azul, but I might be wrong.
I thought it was Cruz Azul. I thought se volvieron a topar en la final.
It was...
One of us will find it right now.
What? Nashville?
Really?
Yeah.
Miami,
I remember.
Miami,
Yeah,
Nashville.
it was in Nashville too.
Wasn't that the game that Nashville beat America in the
They
semis?
eliminated them in
In
PKs.
PKs. Yeah.
To go to the final to play Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Miami won in PKs. It was 1-1.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
still,
Cruz Azul lost to Charlotte in PKs, and then they beat Philadelphia in PKs, and then they beat Orlando in PKs,
damn.
and then they tied with Mazatlan but lost in PKs. Because remember, they did PKs if you tied for the extra point.
Mm-hmm.
But that was in 2023. That wasn't last year. Because last year, LAFC and Columbus Crew won the final.
No, League's Cup was 2024.
Yeah. But the Leagues Cup final in 2024 was LAFC and Columbus Crew. The Leagues Cup in 2023 was Miami and...
Nashville.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, it'd be cool to see Cruz Azul, Miami see each other again and have that Cruz Azul have that revenge against them.
Yeah, switching over to the next game that you're probably going to talk about, Fabian. The Pumas fans were celebrating when Miami won because they thought they were going to get to see Messi.
That's right. I did see that. No, I did see that they were talking about that too. But that game was crazy to watch too. If you guys would have watched a little bit of that one in the second half, freaking Vancouver at the very end, it was like the 90+3 minute where it was a cross and the guy kind of tapped it and golazo, nothing the goalie could do.
Horrible defending, bro. Horrible.
Same.
Hey, wait. Ex-LAFC legend.
Hell yeah. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas,
Tristan.
Nevada.
Oh, Blackman.
Finish it. Las Vegas, Nevada
Fabian
native.
got it.
Tristan Blackman.
That fool still plays?
Yeah.
Yeah, they traded him to Vancouver.
Damn.
Clean hit, too.
Yeah, no,
My
it was
coworker-
horrible defending.
My coworker
Horrible.
son-
Dude, Pumas choke in the last minute to what I think is a MLS's hottest team.
Yo, let me tell you something. If LAFC passed, I did not want to face Vancouver. I wanted to face Pumas. Because kind of like Seattle and RSL, that kryptonite, I feel like LAFC's MLS kryptonite is Vancouver for some reason.
Yeah, and then this year, on a year that Vancouver's having this type of year, yeah, you wouldn't want to see them either.
It seems like a crazy run, bro. Like, it is historic, but
For them.
did you know that they did make the semifinals in the Champions League before in 2016, 2017 tournament, back when it was like a different format?
Cabron.
Bro, they actually ended up in first seed, 12 points out of the group, all the groups. But so they played Red Bulls and beat them, and then they faced Tigres in the semifinals and lost 4-1.
That was in 2016?
Yeah, 2016, 2017.
No, that's too far
Damn.
back.
That's crazy. I don't know. My hot take is I think Vancouver beats Miami. I like this run that Vancouver's on. They don't fear anybody.
And
It doesn't matter. They play in fucking Canada. They play in fucking US. They play in fucking Mexico. They don't give a fuck, dude. So I think the last thing they're scared of is fucking Messi in Miami
yeah,
at this
of
point.
course. And Eddie, who's the ex-Chiva that they have too?
Ex-Chivas legend Daniel Rios with the assist for that. I think it was that first goal.
Yeah, I think it was.
Bro. He's still playing too, which is crazy to me. Bro, in Mexico no hizo nada, and MLS and the US, I don't know what he does. He was scoring goals when he went back to Atlanta. And he's starting games in Champions League. Like,
Yeah, he's a starter for Vancouver.
There's just some players that are meant for MLS.
Or the what we've been touching on in the past few episodes, whenever they leave Chivas, wherever they go to, they start doing good.
yep.
So, last thing I want to say about this Pumas versus Vancouver game. At the end of the game, Vancouver made a meme for Pumas. They made like a Minecraft, and they said, "Here, kitty, kitty."
Damn, fucking
No.
Canadians, dude. Andan,
Yeah, that one.
Damn.
dude, andan
The
calentosos los
disrespect.
Canadians.
Sí tienen los huevos grandes, los guys.
Yeah.
Bro, se ofendieron with the whole fucking 51st state porque después de eso, they've just been on top, bro. They've been dominating.
To come out with memes and shit like this, dude.
Eh?
It's like, oh, okay, all right, Vancouver, all right, we see you.
Yeah, but hey, they followed our lead. If we're being honest,
Yep.
the Sounders had posted a meme when they beat them in the final. Ten cuidado con mi gato, muerde. Y el gato, sad face.
Damn.
Savages, bro. Bro, when they post this stuff, the prensa and the people in Mexico have a heyday. They're like, oh my god, like they've never seen memes before or something.
That the Americans are making memes about disrespect when they freaking.
They act like that, like one Theo who's just discovered memes on Facebook.
I know.
So some good matchups now, CONCACAF Champions. Do you guys know when the next matchups are going to be? Are they going to be like in a month, or are they going to be soon?
They're actually they're at the end of this month.
Oh damn! So pretty soon then.
Yeah, so the semifinals are slated from April 22nd, 24th for that first leg, April 29th to May 1st for the second leg, and then the final is going to be Sunday, June 1st. Single leg, one game.
Oh, dude! So we'll wait the whole month of May then, where there's no game in that whole month.
Yep.
Fuck it. Well, we'll make sure to keep track then, and tell our listeners that we'll be following these games still.
Well, you want to give a prediction or not, or you just want to wait till then?
I think we should give a prediction when we get close to the week of when they're gonna play each other.
What's crazy is we're gonna have MLS versus Liga MX final, no matter what.
That's true. Miami, Vancouver, whoever wins out of there, and then Cruz Azul, Tigres. Yeah.
Even though technically Vancouver qualifies through like the Canadian team, like that's how they qualify in, but MLS for Liga MX, here we go.
Let's do it. All right. Next subject that I want to get into. Did you guys see the Gold Cup draw of all the teams that are going to be in each group? Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Let's start with Eric. I want to know what you think of the Mexico group.
I'm excited to face El Piojo Herrera.
Nice.
Because at the same time, I feel like he can cook something up where it's not going to be an easy fucking game because it's just him. Like, he's got something about him where he motivates his teams, and he does kind of scare me for them to just fucking grind out a fucking result for some reason.
Who's in the group though? You want to tell the listeners?
Tell us, Eric.
A ver, Fabián, tú di porque ya se me olvidó.
So Mexico's group A is going to be Mexico, Costa Rica, Surinam, and la República Dominicana de Conchanchana.
Damn, so you're about to have a fight in the house. It's going down classic.
I already touched up on, and I kind of told her, like, just walking by, I'd be like, Mexico, República Dominicana pretty soon, but I don't know, just wait.
Bro, she's going to think you're talking about baseball. You got to clarify.
It's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good game. Can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
Bro, where the fuck is Surinam?
I think they're a little island.
Is that African?
Bro, you know what's crazy? I had to Google it.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, they're a small country on the northeastern coast of South America. But their official language is Dutch. So like they're next to Guyana and Venezuela.
Like a little island, or are they part of South America?
No, they're a part of South America, but for some reason I think they're a part of CONCACAF, or I don't know if they were invited. You know how they get, like, they invite teams?
Yeah.
I could have sworn they were part of, like, Africa.
No. They're flag.
Oh, not because of that, fool.
Low-key, me too, just because I saw the flag and
flag.
And I was like, yeah.
No.
So yeah, they're part of South America, technically.
South American, but...
Isn't there another team that they invited to that's in the U.S.'s group?
Arabia Saudita, mis primos.
Damn, they had a good run at the World Cup. Didn't they beat Argentina?
They
that
beat
game?
Argentina, and I lost $1,000 in that game because I bet Argentina was going to win that one.
Bro, the one time you bet?
The one time I bet, I lost $1,000. It was
wild.
the one where at the end of the game, all of the fans were like, "Where's Messi?" or "Where's Messi?" and "Where's Messi?"
Damn.
Dang.
But Group B is Canada, Honduras, El Salvador, and Curacao.
Is that the death group?
I wouldn't
I don't
say
know. I've seen people saying our group,
yeah,
but I mean, it's like, I mean,
I don't think so. I think
No way, it's our group, dude. Who the
No
fuck is
way.
Suriname and respectfully, who the fuck is Suriname and the Republic of Dominica, bro?
Dominicana.
The Canadians are gonna go hard. The Hondurans are gonna hard.
And
Fabian knows that.
Salvadorians.
The Salvadorians are gonna go hard.
Salvadorians too.
Yeah.
I know. You know, if they call up Alex Roldan, if they call up your guy from LAFC,
Or
I
not.
think
You never
that-
know, dude. Curacao can go hard. I think last Gold Cup, who was like that one team that was popping up? Was it Guadalupe or who was it?
I think it was Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
where,
mean
like,
they were fucking.
they have like a red and blue uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Guadalupe. But what were you saying about Roldan, Eddie?
I think he renounced from, like, I don't think he's going to go anymore because they're having problems with, like, I guess, the money. Like, some of the players were, like, protesting at one point or something.
Dude, he didn't even play that many games for them, so what the heck?
I mean, he did, though. Like, he was sort of clutch for them, but
I mean, he's their big name player, so.
No, that group, those three teams, Canada, Honduras, El Salvador, they could play good games with them, those three, because Curacao, well, I don't even know who they are.
Hey, Gabby, is Ordaz officially Salvadorian? Like Selección?
Yeah, I think so. They've been calling him up,
Yeah.
and then he's gone.
he has gone.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that'd be good for him. I could see. I mean, like if I'm the coach of El Salvador and Ordaz is playing the way he is, like I don't see why you wouldn't just give him a shot to just start.
Yeah, he's already played 3 games with them this year.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
he
he's
got
for
called
sure
up.
going to get called.
Yeah, he got called up like last month.
Yeah.
So Group C is going to be Panama, Jamaica, Guatemala, and Guadalupe. So
that might be the group of death.
Yeah, all those teams probably are kind of even.
Yeah. Well, no, Panama. They just played a final against Mexico. They beat the U.S.
Yeah, but I mean Jamaica gives
Jamaica
a fight
too.
Jamaica, and like you were saying, Guadalupe could surprise them.
Guatemala did good in the last Gold Cup. They were kind of in there hanging. You know, they had a better squad than normal. They got that goalkeeper who looks American.
Oh, the white guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, but then the last group, Group D, is Merca, Haití, Trinidad y Tobago, and mis primos de Arabia Saudita.
Damn, we're gonna see the Haitian Carlos Vela.
Who's that?
You never seen the guy from Haiti that looks like Carlos Vela?
No.
Look him up.
Remember Aris and the foo from the German foo?
Steven Sabah.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to look him up after this. Steven
Look him
Sabah.
up.
He's Haitian.
He's from Haiti. It's Carlos Vela, copy and paste.
That's crazy. No, but the way the U.S. have been playing, dude, you never know that this group could be
Saudi
tough.
Arabia could surprise you, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest, I think all the groups are pretty well even. You've got at least 2 teams that should, fight it out.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, I think we're set up for another Mexico-U.S. final because I believe Group A, Group B play each other, and then Group C and Group D play each other in the bracket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
I think if we're being honest here, Mexico is a clear favorite and should win based off how they've been playing, honestly.
That's what we want to see.
Nothing less than winning this tournament.
Regardless of how they're playing, they should automatically always make it to the final at least.
Yeah.
Remember when I was saying El Gigante de América? This is where they need to freaking prove it.
Yeah, especially because off that fracaso of USA, you know they're not going to be like, oh, we're bringing a C team or beating. They're bringing everybody. So,
Yeah,
They're in
exactly.
shambles right now, brother.
yep.
So yeah, they're gonna.
And low key, I mean, this is the biggest test that we have before the World Cup. Like official games, like we're already qualified, so like this is our literal test before the World Cup next year.
To get like a good starting squad also.
And that's crazy to say, dude. The World Cup is next year.
Yeah.
It is.
Fuck.
Let's
I used
go.
to feel like a lot longer.
Let's freaking go. We're ready.
The first game's at SoFi with Costa Rica.
What day does that land on, Gabby?
June 14, Mexico, Costa Rica, SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California.
All right. So in June, there's going to be a lot of good games then in June.
Please send Mexico to Vegas. Please.
You know what's wild, bro? That's gonna cross paths with the Club World Cup. Literally, the Sounders play on the 15th
Oh, damn.
versus Botafogo. So like, there's gonna be a lot of soccer during that month. And then I think Leagues Cup is in July or August. Like,
End of July maybe.
yeah, there's gonna be like back-to-back tournaments of football.
A lot of football
Let's
going on.
go.
We're
And we're
ready.
gonna be here Thursday nights to talk about it for y'all, unless I'm hungover, drunk, or at the game.
Facts.
Hey, that'd be a good episode to have Eddie on right after a game.
He's like
Oh no, you don't want to hear that, buddy.
reporting live outside the stadium. The game just got done.
That'd be sick.
So yeah, guys, I think the next topic that we're gonna get into, I don't know if you guys did your homework a little bit, but maybe just off the top of our heads, this next topic, talking about global athlete popularity. Like I think Eric in the group chat brought it up where it's like, is Shohei Ohtani like bigger than like LeBron James, for example, or who
Well,
are
I think the quote was, "Is he the biggest like global athlete, like in general?"
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a little bit of what do they call it when they try to catch you for the debate, like they put Messi and Shohei. That's all I really saw. I didn't click on the video because I don't have social media. I can't even watch all the videos you guys post half the time. But I could see where the debate was going from there.
like Eric was saying, the MLB was reaching.
I think MLB is just kind of like. Don't get me wrong, Shohei is fucking huge, right? But I think MLB is I think it was a little. I think if you're in the soccer world, to us it's kind of like, they're kind of fucking reaching. Like maybe start with, he's the biggest like athlete maybe in America of all the American sports, but in terms of global, I think it's like it's pretty easy to just kind of be like, nah, I don't think so. Like he might be up there, but to me, I feel like there's bigger global athletes in other sports right now than Ohtani. Like, fucking Michael Jordan, fucking Kobe, even LeBron. You know what I mean? I think they're still a little bit above him. I don't know what Gabby thinks.
Well, I agree. I mean, soccer's the most popular sport in the world. So
Facts. Those are facts too.
the Messis of the world, or Ronaldos of the world, they've been on the map for the last decade. And he's been, he was at the Angels for like 6-7 years. But I feel like with the Dodgers, he's like exploded.
Even more, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, soccer in America, I do agree he's probably the biggest athlete. But are we talking about popularity, or are we talking about money?
Well, look.
No,
here,
popularity.
I wanna do something with you, with the three of you. I wanna name off some names, and all I want you guys to say is if yes or no. Is Shohei Ohtani more popular than LeBron James in the world? Yes or no?
No.
I'd say no.
Yeah. And Gabby?
No, because are we talking about like right now?
Yeah. And maybe in the past recent years, because the next name I'm
Well,
going
dude,
to bring up,
he was what, 7 years with the Angels? So it's been almost 10 years he's been in the MLB, right?
he was with the Angels for like 6 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like Gabby said, I think his move to the Dodgers elevated him even more.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of recency bias, but I'd say just worldwide for sure, Ohtani.
Is Shohei Ohtani
Over.
more popular than Tom Brady? Do more
No.
people in the world know Tom Brady compared to Shohei Ohtani?
Yes.
Exactly. So here's the other name that I want to bring up. Is Shohei Ohtani more popular than Usain Bolt? Do you think more people know Usain Bolt or Shohei Ohtani?
Usain Bolt.
I
Shohei
agree. No.
That one's hard for me, but
The fastest man in the world.
Little kids, Gabby. When little kids are playing outside, who do they say like, "I want to run like Bolt" or "I want to run like Ohtani"?
I don't know.
No.
This isn't. Like, I think one thing is clear. This isn't like a shit on Shohei Ohtani. It's just I think it's the relevance of sports. Like baseball is fucking. It's awesome in its own way, right? But I still think in terms of the way it's marketed and the way we see it on TV, it's still kind of like below these other sports where it's like there's just I don't know. I think you have to be a real fan of baseball to kind of understand it, but it's kind of like one of those sports where it's really hard for you if you never played baseball, you weren't into it from the beginning. It's hard to kind of like really deep dive into being like a big baseball guy. So that's why I think all these other sports like basketball, football, soccer, you're always gonna elevate those athletes a little bit more.
And it's harder to watch like MLB in other countries as well because we know that nowadays, dude, you have to have so many freaking apps and so many to watch different teams, and it's not as easy to watch MLB. So that also doesn't help get the exposure out throughout the whole world. Also, is what I'm saying. Compared to Usain Bolt, everyone in the world can see him when he competes.
Yeah.
At the Olympics. I mean, forget the world. It's hard to see baseball here, bro. Like to watch the Mariners, I have to pay like $17 a month extra right now for the network that they're on. Or if you have MLB for free with T-Mobile, like most of us do, I can't even watch the local games. I have to be out of state.
Do you think
they black it out in your market?
So do you think it's easy for people in Africa to watch MLB games?
Not exactly. It's like you said, it's even harder. But I sort of compare this debate to the World Cup versus Super Bowl.
That's where I was going.
It's pretty clear, obviously, that I feel like whether it's Ronaldo or Messi, they're gonna beat him out worldwide.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but Ohtani's such a likable dude. Like, I mean, what he does on the field, but the way he presents himself, the way that he is, like, I don't see why you would even want to make the comparison. Like, but
and the way he feels underappreciated, because what he's doing is like it's one of those things that, at least from what I can recall, it's never been done in baseball, right? At the level he's doing it, so it's like it's crazy that he's accomplished something like that. Like it almost puts him already as probably like the greatest baseball player of all time, and it's almost not enough to elevate him, like compared to other athletes. But like I said, like Eddie said, it's kind of I don't like this debate about comparing him to other players because it's like just debate him in America. Like you debate him in America, he's easily top 3, top 4 Mount Rushmore all time in terms of global popularity. Like in America, like easy. He's already surpassed fucking other players in other sports who haven't done what he's done. So I don't know. That's why I say if it's an American athlete, keep it with America because the global sport is and will always be soccer.
Agreed. So
I don't know what Gabby if he wants to chime in.
I think he is the number one athlete who generates the most money for their team.
That's a good one.
I don't think Messi generates right now. I'm talking about right now, today. I don't think Messi or Ronaldo are generating the type of money that he's generating for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd maybe debate that. But
I debate that too because I mean, if you think,
for Miami is like one of the most sold in the world, not just here, but
yeah.
But I do think Ohtani's up, like he's battling him in that sense for sure, bro.
So, this is from the LA Times. He may be close to an $800 million to $1 billion gains for the Dodgers over a decade.
Yeah. I was gonna say this debate could change in a decade.
Oh, 100%.
Once Ronaldo and Messi are retired, like the recency bias, I feel like that always hits us. But this debate could literally change within the decade.
I mean, if in a decade, Eddie, I start hearing little kids talk, like saying when they're playing outside, like, "Oh, I want to be like Shohei Ohtani," that's when I will know that
Well, not just that. Let's say he fills up these fingers or something. Like he can start, gathering up the rings, and I mean, just with how he plays every single night too, just the performances, like over a decade, it'll add up for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't know. Like I said, I think I love like having like a Shohei Ohtani, like something you've never seen. But I still think the fact that it's MLB kind of like eso lo está deteniendo poquito, because you think about like right now, like what I've heard more from little kids, right, is like, oh, Travis Hunter, he plays both positions. So like a guy like that who played 2 years at Colorado y como que parece como que se escucha poquito más, right? But I think it's not a Shohei Ohtani thing. I think it's an MLB thing that medio lo detiene poquito.
I agree.
Yeah, the
I agree with
sport.
that.
Yeah.
I got a stat.
Dale.
A ver.
Fanatics announce Ohtani's Dodger jersey set an all-time record for sales within 48-hour period. Ohtani's jersey surpassed the previous record held by Lionel Messi.
In
There you go.
48 hours, he sold more than Messi jerseys.
But I mean, I could believe that. You know what I mean? If it's like American sales, I could believe that, because I still think MLS is the bottom tier sport. You know?
in America.
Yeah.
There's also one that came out that said that Messi replaces Michael Jordan as the most popular athlete in the U.S., but this was 2024. So there's this company that does, I guess, polls, but this is strictly the U.S.
Yeah.
So like I said, this could also change depending on the time they're taking the poll. Like if they're in the middle of the baseball season, like we can have this debate forever, but I think we're all sort of getting to the same answer.
Yeah.
In a certain sense.
Yeah. Globally.
No, I'm not. I think Messi's a more popular player for sure. I'm just thinking
worldwide, right? We're talking like soccer players. To me, it's like Messi and Ronaldo.
Soccer trumps MLB.
Yeah.
So Messi, therefore, is. Dude, I haven't heard about Ronaldo since he left. I don't know anything about Ronaldo since he left Madrid. But I just think Ohtani is generating a shit ton of money for the Dodgers. And I don't know if Messi's generating that type of money for Miami or MLS.
Yeah, that'd be hard to track. I mean, I don't know where they got that number, but that's wild. That's wild numbers.
No. Well, I mean, do you have to take into consideration, Gabby, that MLB doesn't have a cap?
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about it, maybe if MLS didn't have a cap, how much money these guys could be. I still don't think even then. I still think Ohtani would still be the top dog here, even if they didn't have a cap. But like I said, America wise, I think Ohtani right now is the top dog
in America. But it's still good, like topic and debate. Within the coming years too, we could bring this up again, and maybe some things will change. But it's a good one.
The selfish side of me is like fuck that though. Soccer's king. That's the selfish side of me.
Exactly. We got to take our biases out of it. But yeah, you guys want to talk into the next one that we kind of found out a little bit in Brazil banning that one skill. Did you guys see that?
Ridiculous.
The Memphis Depay effect.
Did you see that, Gabby? Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, man. Let the kids play. What if they ban the Quatermack hop?
Bro,
that one's worse than like what this fool did. The Quatermack hop, they do that on you. That's more embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah, but it's cool to see these like little things that they do. It's like
This is what I found out. I dug into this investigation, this rule. Memphis Depay was the one that kind of ignited this debate, and it was in a final between Corinthians and Palmeiras. he stepped on the top of the ball in a corner on purpose to waste time. And that pissed off Palmeiras, I guess, and they ended up like turning into a big brawl. So the other team took it personally, and they're like, "You do that kind of trick in a final, expect to get some retaliation."
Shit's fucking lame.
If I'm playing devil's advocate here, though, if you're on the other team, you'd be pissed. Me, I'm going for everything. I don't know what I'm taking him down, but I mean, I agree with you guys. Stupid rule, like you're taking away from the game, especially being in Brazil. Jogo bonito.
Jogo bonito, bro.
De futebol.
But from seeing it from like, a little calm, more reserved view, I can see why they're doing it. Because in that sense, it does feel like it's a move where you're taunting, you're looking for something, right?
But that's Brazil, bro.
I know, bro, but look exactly what it caused in that game specifically.
But, dude, if you don't want to do that, go out and win the fucking game.
Yeah, I mean,
especially in Brazil. If it happens in another country, I get it, right? But Brazil it's the birthplace of Jogo Bonito. To me, it shows a soft and weak mentality for Brazil, especially right now with this era of the Brazilian national team they have. That it's less and less talented. To me, it's getting more physical. And to me, it's like I think of all the legends, Kaká, Ronaldinho, Robinho. You can go on and on and on and on, right? The ones who they would put fucking smiles on their faces because of what they would do. To me, I feel like they're almost embarrassed for this shit. You know what I mean? Because it's like they say Brazil is the birthplace of football, right? And Brazil's own country is starting to like quitar poco poquito what we all fell in love with.
Exactly. Because Neymar actually went online and he said that he's disappointed that the Brazilian league did this, and he said that it's making football more boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
because also if they take away this skill, if they do one, they have a potential to take away another one and another one after that. It's just kind of like a little domino effect.
To me, this is on the same level of like if it's 90th minute, you're up 2-1, you're trying to get a result, and you do un sombrerito. It's the same thing. So what? You're gonna ban the sombrerito now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yo no sé. To me, the craziest thing though is that it took a fucking European player to get a move invented by Brazil banned in Brazil. That's the crazy part.
That is hella crazy.
Like I think Brazil is probably more salty that it was a European that did this shit. Because if it like I don't want to say they're racist, right? But you think about it. What if Neymar did it in a foul? Would they have fucking banned it?
They probably wouldn't have banned it. Maybe not.
I don't know. Brazilians are kind of salty like that. Like they take kind of like that shit to heart.
Well, if someone did a quadrimac hop to me on a Sunday league, I'm gonna break them.
The quadrimac hop.
No,
Gabby, you got anything to say on it?
Nah, man. Let the kids play.
Let the kids play. I like it.
Simple.
So we'll see. We'll keep in touch and see if something else like this pops up in the world. We'll gladly report it to all the cuz out there. Next subject that we want to get into a little bit before we get into our last one of Mount Rushmore. Any news on the Chivas, Eddie?
When is there not? I mean, I don't think we need to get into it too much. There's just a couple things to touch on. Chicharito not traveling for the game tomorrow. Right. They play in Mazatlan. A lot of little comments on why that is. Supposedly, the team announced that it's like for precaution because he might be nursing an injury. Mm-hmm. But who knows? He was upset at one of the practices during this week, but they don't know if he was upset because maybe he felt something and he got hurt, or if he was upset at something else. Obviously, we know how the team's doing right now. And then, I don't know if you guys saw, but Luis Romo got 2 games of suspension for his ridiculous red card from the weekend. And when I say ridiculous, I'm saying because of his fuck up, not the ref. Like, as a leader of this team, as a veteran player, how are you even going to put yourself in that position at the point of the game that we were in where it felt like they could have maybe gone for a tie.
I agree.
And you do something so clear and obvious that everyone saw. Like, there's no excuses for that, man. You're supposed to be one of the leaders of the team. Like,
2 games, so he's not going to play against Mazatlan and he's not going to play against Puebla?
yeah. He'll be back for the last game of the season.
Eddie, let me ask you this, because you say it's not on the ref, but me and Fabian touched on this last week, and he was bringing up the James Rodriguez play where he throws a shoe at the ref and gets a yellow. So where do we draw the line in terms of what merits a red and what doesn't merit a red? Because to me, it's like, if you're throwing an object at the ref, it's like, it's fucking assault, right? In a sense, it's assault. So if you're gonna get all worked up over some words, but you can get fucking shit thrown at you,
That's not.
Trust me, I don't disagree with you. I still think, why even put yourself in that fucking position to give the referee an opportunity? Because, yeah, it might be subjective to the ref, but if someone says that to me and I'm a ref,
Toma.
I mean, there's clear rules, right? Supposedly that they shouldn't be saying stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't disagree with it, but I know where you're coming from. Obviously, that play was ridiculous too by James, but it's just so disappointing, man. Once again.
yeah,
2 games, I didn't know that. That fucking sucks.
yeah.
And not just that, the team fined him as well, like an internal fine for, going against the codes of conduct of the club. So
What
he's going to have to pay up a little bit.
on TV, like, you could read his lips too. So if I was Chivas organization, I was like, I don't want my players saying that and getting caught on TV to, little kids can see
No
that
mames,
too.
¿tú crees que eso les hace? No mames, during COVID, Alexis Vega en Tuna en una puta peda, ¿tú crees que esta madre les hace algo?
But, as if you're trying to be a professional team and organization, you want to keep everything professional.
Everything starts from the top. When Amaury starts being professional and takes his fucking job serious, maybe he can demand that from everyone else.
That's true. Eddie, did you see also, like, some of the fans this week outside of Verde Valle were holding up some signs?
Yeah. Shout out El Chiva Mister. I follow the guy, and he's a funny dude. Like, he does funny videos, but, I mean, he, put his actions where his mouth are, and he went out there and he did it, because there's always a lot of people on Twitter, saying, oh, why aren't you, like, trying to call out the, like, Chivas influencers or the people that they follow online that have a following. And, like, this guy actually went to go do some. And so props to him. I mean, it did make the rounds. It hit a lot of, like, Fútbol Picante, all those places and they talked about it. So, I mean, they did make a little noise. And I'm already sorry. I'm sure he didn't like it. And, but it takes stuff like that for, maybe for it to finally get to him. I highly doubt it, but I mean that's the only way that I can see where try to get your word out there where people can see it, and I'm sure that could start a little movement. I believe they have a page online that they started trying to, like, get people riled up a little bit, trying to protest certain things. So we'll see where this goes.
Eddie, how can we get our hands on some of those Amaury payaso shirts?
How come what?
How can we get our hands on those Amaury Vergara payaso shirts?
Hell yeah.
I can probably hit him up. I've talked to him before.
Yeah, because I've tried to look it up online, pero no aparece, and I went on their page, La Resistencia Rojiblanca, pero it's not like, I don't think they have them up for sale.
Yeah, maybe I'll reach out to the guy and see what he says.
And then see if you can add Eric's video about Mari Vergara too.
Yeah, that one's gonna live for a while.
Clásico Nacional Femenil in LA at BMO Stadium, May 17.
Chivas,
Nice.
Chivas Femenil, America Femenil?
Yeah, LAFC Stadium, May
Is
17.
it a friendly?
How friendly, yeah.
Not bad, not
That's
bad.
cool. That's cool that they bring him over to this side.
Yep.
Oh, one more thing before we go off the Chivas subject. I don't know if you guys saw. I know Eddie saw, but we lost a really good coach today, Leo Benhaker, ex-America coach, but he also coached Chivas for, I think, a season as well. And, we keep him in our prayers. And, every coach that comes through our team, we give respects to.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So yeah, that does it for all the segments. Now we get into our favorite segment of our show, the Mount Rushmore.
It gets better and better.
Today our Mount Rushmore is called Things That Can Instantly Ruin Your Day. A few of us came up with like 50 things, and a few of us came up with like 2 things. So
That doesn't define you as a person.
still we're gonna try to make this as good as we can. I feel like this is gonna come up with we are gonna come up with some good.
Bro, I kind of want to read just everything I have in general.
Aquí nos van a hallar.
Hey.
Freaking hilarious. So we're gonna start with Eddie first, Gabby second, Eric third, and I'll go last.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, let's get it going, Eddie. What's your number one thing that instantly ruins your day?
For me, this is a personal one, but I'm sure everyone's different, actually. I don't want to say that. There's people that are the literal definition of what I'm going to say that bugs me, and that's being late. Like, if I start my day off late, I feel like the rest of it is just, it throws me off, bro. And I'm actually, like, upset, like, I'm mad, because it just throws me off. I have, like, a certain routine in the morning when I get up. You know, I want to do it con tiempo. So, cuando ando apurado, that's the worst feeling, bro. Especially with, then you hit traffic, then it's just a domino effect. So, for me, that's my number one.
So then you get a little bit of, like, embarrassment, huh? Like, fuck, I'm fucking late everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can count the times on my hand, but for the same reason that I try to be a leader out there for my crew where I work, and when I'm late, then yeah, it feels like, how am I gonna call someone out? So I try to minimize that as much as I can with that.
That's a good one.
You took my number 2. That was like my number 2 right there.
Yeah.
Being fucking late pisses me off.
So, mine, I guess it's kind of the same, but it's not. So I don't know if.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Man. The thing that ruins my day is the snooze button.
What you hear it?
What do you mean?
Yeah, that thing is dangerous. I gotta be at work at 6:00.
Yeah.
It's 5:30. I wake up. I hit the snooze button. Pass out. Wake up, and it's 6:00, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then everything else from there is downhill. You, kind of like Eddie says, you get to work, and then you forgot stuff at home, and it's like fucking snooze button.
Yep.
So me and some of my coworkers have this joke like, hey, that snooze button's deadly.
And that's what makes your day, have a bad day already. I like it. Eric, what about you?
I'm going to go a little bit different direction in this because this is something relatable to why we started this podcast in the first place. So my one is waking up to any fantasy starter player being ruled out last minute and you didn't adjust your lineup in time.
Oh, bro.
That ruins my fucking day, especially because you guys get on my fucking ass for it.
That happened in the season to Eric, too. I remember that now.
Some fucking bullshit.
Shit.
Where you couldn't...
Well, fucking commissioner.
For getting hurt.
I'm sorry I don't work in the fucking MLS and the NFL teams where I know the fucking report.
Well, you gotta get up early.
But yeah, that shit ruins my fucking. That shit can ruin my fucking week because when I'm in fantasy, I dive in.
Well,
Eric, don't hit the snooze button on Sundays before the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit fucking sucks.
I feel you, dude. That's happened to me a few times too, and it pisses me off because that one player that you could have subbed on to just get you 10 points could have been enough to win you the matchup.
Yep.
Oh, that does. Just thinking about that. God damn it. For me, my number one is hilarious because it relates to age. What ruins my day is when I wake up hella sore or I'm hurt. Like if I
Ya no se te paraba.
No. Esa no. That would ruin my life, bro. If that happened.
That would have to be number one.
That one would suck for life, dude. No matches.
Oh fuck!
Waking up, dude, my back hurts, my freaking knee hurts, my ankle hurts for whatever got hurt, like playing soccer or something, dude. And then I have to go to work, and like I'm dealing with it all day, bro. That ruins my day right there. Just being hurt. I don't want it no
It
more.
really does.
Yep.
I don't want it no more. Eddie, what's your second one?
This one's a little random and like very specific, but it's happened to me multiple times when I forget something crucial for like my daily routine. And in specific, it's I usually go to the gym straight from work, so I have to have everything ready to go. And it's happened to me before where, one, I forgot my workout shoes. So then what do you work out in? And another time, I took 2 different shoes, and I just had to take the L on that one, and I worked out in 2 different shoes, bro.
Hey, commitment.
It was the weirdest feeling, and it was like embarrassing because you're like, who's looking
Yeah, be
right
like,
now?
that guy's wearing 2 different shoes. What the hell?
Yeah, when I walked in, I had to make it clear so everyone knew. Yeah, I got 2 different shoes on, man. I forgot my, but that forgetting something crucial like that you need for your day.
You're just like,
that's my number 2.
puta madre. You're like, God damn it, I forgot my shoes.
Embarrassing.
Eric, Gabby, your second one?
My second one's gonna be politics and sports. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a big politic dude. I like to keep those things separate. I just want to watch my teams get some dubs. That's it.
I agree with that 100%.
So is it when someone at work brings up politics in sports, or is it when you like go online and you see something about politics in sports?
No, when I go online and just it's on ESPN and I don't like it.
Yeah, or like when there's like a debate and then they have to make it about something politically or some shit.
Yeah, I hate it.
That-
I can't stand it.
That can ruin your day because wherever you go, you'll probably be seeing it too. So that's something
It's
that you're
everywhere.
just like,
It's on all social media platforms.
yeah, you're like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
tired of this. I want to, yeah. You're like,
Yeah, fuck the Niners.
a huevo,
I don't get that one.
huevo. All right, Eric, what's your second one?
Oh fuck, I will take this one. I don't know if this will fuck up my day, but I will be thinking about it all day and kind of like thinking, did I fuck up or did he fuck up? But it's when you just met someone or someone you haven't seen in a while, right? That you don't see consistently, and you go in for the high five and you fuck it up. Like you don't know if you go like this or like that or the hug or the fucking dap and you just both do some stupid shit, and I'm just all day like, fuck, did I fuck up or did he fuck up?
It's awkward as fuck.
Yeah, so when you fuck up the dap up, that shit, it's in my mind low key all day. Like, fuck, you look like a fucking idiot.
Oh my god, bro, this happens to me so much, bro. Hey, shout out Daniel if you watch us, bro. Daniel and me, we have some funny ass memories because he's been there multiple times. When when I have that same thing where like they go in for the dap up and I go for this and then we switch it and then I switch it.
Oh god, it's like what the?
And then it's just like I just go. So I feel you on that one, bro.
I like it. My second one, dude. I don't know if you guys this has happened to you guys, but it's happened to me a few times because of my relationships. It's when
There we go.
Oh man.
it's when I'm at work or I'm at soccer or I'm doing something and we get a text saying we need to talk. Dude,
Damn.
if what right after I get a text like that, dude, like I can't even focus on driving. I can't even focus on eating. I can't even nothing.
You're already like working up your apology, but then you're like, wait, what the fuck did I do?
What did I freaking do? Fucking ruins my day, dude. I don't even
Anticipation.
never want to see those text messages again in my life. So that's my second one.
For me, so what am I at? Number 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
This one's very relatable because I think most of you guys have been a part of it. What bugs the shit out of me, honestly, Sunday League, when your team starts to argue amongst themselves.
Ooh, yeah.
MU back in the day, classic. Half the time, you'll get a good argument in between. And it's not your typical little argument. It's literally shouting across the field, back and forth. And I'm just here like...
And it's
And then
embarrassing.
I get mad, and then I'm telling them to shut the up. And then it's just a...
And then someone's telling you, Eddie, hey, Eddie, chill.
Yeah. And then they're trying to calm me down. And then now everyone's lit. And we're winning the game, but we look ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that one's from experience, and I'm sure you guys can feel the same way because we've all literally been on the same field while this happened.
Yep.
That's very true. And then it's funny sometimes because we would win the game at the end of the day. We'd win the game, but we're still all pissed off at each other.
Yep. Classic.
Oh, man. Gabby, what about you?
This is number 3.
Yep.
It is Fabian.
No. I'm still.
No,
Oh, my number 3 is vibe killers. People who kill the vibe.
Damn, that's a good one. I didn't think of that.
You guys know me. I love to have a good time, but for some reason, you could be in a group and there's just this one person who kills the vibe,
Yeah. And you think about him all day, huh? You're like, that motherfucker.
or you're just like, "What's up with this fool?"
That's something I could see in you, Gabby, that could bother you for sure. That you'd be thinking about it like after that happens, like for a few hours.
Fuck yeah.
¿Qué pasó con ese guy, man? Ese guy threw off the vibe.
yeah, it's like you come in hot, like you come in cool, like what's up, man? And then you just get the...
What's going on right now, man?
And you're like, what'd I do? What the fuck?
No, está cabrón. So that was your number 3. We're going into Eric's number 3 now.
All right. I'm pretty sure this has happened to all of us, but waking up on a Sunday, right? Maybe you had an early Sunday league game or unos que van a la iglesia. No creo que muchos, pero unos que van. And then you're like, oh, lunch, Chick-fil-A. And you show up and it's fucking closed.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that shit. I'm like, fuck. That's the one day I want Chick-fil-A the most.
Yup.
It always happens.
Dude,
Fuck. And then you do it consistently. You can do it one Sunday and you'll do it the next one and the next one. And you're like, hijo de su puta madre. Ya van 3 pinches domingos that I show up to the drive-thru and it's closed.
over here in Seattle, Eric, there was a lot of places for a while where teriyakis were closed on Sundays too.
What?
You remember that, Eddie?
Yeah, I
There-
mean, some of the ones in my area still do.
Yeah, dude. So after like a Sunday league game or something, for me it was I want teriyaki. Y está cabrón. Like there's only a few spots that that are open on Sundays, and
Spicy chicken.
I feel it. So going into my number 3 that instantly can ruin my day is when I step on something gross. This could be caca. This could be gum.
It's kind of stepping on shit.
I kind of feel this shit so much, dude, that I'm like always like unconsciously just looking out to not step on shit, dude. Look at Eric's dying.
Dude, to fucking like have to watch out to step on shit.
Oh man.
What other shit do you step on?
Or even like something, I don't know, because in Seattle it rains a lot. So if I'm like walking on the sidewalk and I step in a puddle and then some, I don't even know, gooey shit is in the puddle too. Like, I'm like, bro, I hate going home and like take my shoes off, and then you see some shit.
No, yeah. Actually, the other day I stepped in a puddle, and my right foot was soaking wet.
Hey, that's a good one too.
I carry extra socks in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So for me, that's my number 3. I fucking hate it. I don't want to step in no caca. Now we're on to Eddie's last one, right?
Okay, yeah, and my number 4, once again, very specific, but this happens to me every once in a while. So, at work, on a construction site, most of the time, they're working on the electrical, so there's no working outlets most of the time. They use what they call a spider box, which, it's like this thing where you can have a bunch of plugins, right, that everyone has to share. So they're always being used, or they pop. So for my lunch, I use this thing called like a hot plate. It's like a hot logic where I have my leftovers or whatever my lunch is, and it'll heat it up once I plug it in. So I usually plug it in like 2 or 3 hours before my break. And there's been so many times when someone unplugs it, or the outlet popped, and then I go, me siento bien a gusto. I'm about to grab, open it up, cold ass lunch. But this isn't like food that you think, a cold. No, like food that you're only gonna eat because it's warm, and half the time there's no microwaves, and so like this has happened so many times. And bro, I swear when I'm telling you, like I started an investigation. Who the fuck unplugged my shit, bro? But yeah, that's the one that throws me off.
You're hungry, right? And you're just like, man, I'm freaking hungry, and then now I can't eat.
Yep. You got 30 minutes to figure out how you're going to warm it up, or you take the L.
Ta cabrón. Gabby, what about you?
I'm going to have you go because I got to save this one for last.
Oh, you think you have a good one?
I do.
Dale, pues. We'll move on to Eric.
It might make the pod go another hour.
I'm here for it. All right, this one's more. I'm gonna say for me. I don't know how you guys have had this experience in past times, but it's the reaction afterwards, the rest of the day, of your girlfriend or wife, but deciding, like when you're out in public or at a gathering, deciding whether to go in for a hug or a handshake with another female, with your girl right there, and then just having that fucking reaction afterwards of like, okay, did I do it right or did I do it wrong?
And then your girl doesn't even tell you sometimes.
Another one?
But that's one for me.
All right.
Looking at us like.
That's what I was saying. Maybe I have that. I go with that pressure. Like I don't know.
Damn.
Well,
You gotta do the messy. Take pictures with your hands in front.
No, I feel it. But for me, I would just say hi, like from afar.
No, you fucking wouldn't.
Not just be like, hello, how are you?
No, but not like that. It's like
Oh, you're not gonna do the kiss on the cheek, Eric?
No, see, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Hey, hit him with a double.
See what Mariana would say after that. Nah, for me, my last one is simple. If I'm wearing a white shirt like today and I spill something on my white shirt, pisses me off. I don't know if it's like a OCD kind of thing, but I like to keep all my white shirts clean and white. So if I'm literally, dude, like if I'm eating like a ketchup with fry, like I'm like very aware like to not get anything on my white shirt, because if I get something on my white shirt, bro, instantly could ruin my day right there too. And I'm like, fuck, man, now I got to change my shirt. So
those white shirts don't last too long after you start getting shit on them, bro.
Yep, exactly. And then
Bro, I remember I had a fucking white hoodie recently, and I was going on a trip, and it was my son's fault, but at the same time, like he's fucking won. But
exactly.
I I had some hot chocolate and medio, he kind of soltó una patada and it just got all over my fucking hoodie, bro.
He just
And it was before we boarded, so I had to walk the whole fucking feet out with like a big ass fucking chocolate stain on my white
well,
hoodie.
right? Isn't that kind of you're just like, God damn it,
Yeah, you feel dumb.
I hate that, bro. It's especially if you have like a hoodie that you really like too. Like I was about to get the white Manchester United one. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna try to get anything on that.
Well, I don't
ever.
even buy white for the same reason because I just like I don't me pesa tanto. I stay away from it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, Gabby, hit us with your last one.
This one doesn't ruin my day. It fatigues me. When Eric Alvarito Morales talks about the Raiders and Real Madrid, makes my blood boil.
Respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Shots fired.
Respectfully, fuck off. Don't ever fucking call me that.
Especially the Raiders. Oh,
I love to hear that it gets under your skin that much.
Damn, you just opened the door, bro.
That. Well, right there. Gabby, I feel like that's gonna happen for a while. You're gonna get that.
I'm glad I heard it because I know where I stand with him on that shit now. Because I don't even sweat when I'm talking about the Raiders. I do it because I know it gets on his nerves. I just kind of throw a little fucking tirito there.
Thursday Night Futbol is gonna get cracking.
Oh man, well that does it for our Mount Rushmore, guys. That was a good one. I know Eddie kind of brought
Can
up
I just honorable mention?
Yeah, dale.
Okay, when the whole fantasy league is colluding against you.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
When the
that shit fucking that ruins your whole season.
When the whole fantasy is against you, you said?
Yeah, when the whole fantasy league is colluding against you, as in like everyone, even the commissioner, is colluding to like purposely make you lose games.
Especially if you're trying to do a trade during the week and then that happens, then your whole week is like fuck this
that shit. Fucking sucks.
I don't know why you're saying whole league because I don't know who you're talking about.
Let's say 90% of the league. You're the other 10%.
Good thing that doesn't.
Just saying by name.
Everybody, fucking Rob, fucking Rob, fucking Rob, and
France.
Rob. And France, and Adrian, he doesn't like to say, but I feel like he's the guy who kind of like, he'll do it, and like no one believes he did, but he did. He had some fucking part. Those battles the same way.
No, I don't think it's Adrian. I think it's O.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
He's the one that I least expect, and he probably is him. And Jorgito too, and Gabby for not doing his fucking job.
Be a better manager.
No, set the tone for the fucking league.
Be a better manager.
Well, season 2 of Los Fantasy Cuz Fantasy Football is, going to be interesting.
Coming to a pod near you.
Like it. Oh, I was saying, me and Eddie were kind of talking about what idea did you have for the next Mount Rushmore, Eddie?
Oh no, I was just obviously I love going to games, so I thought one we can maybe think of is like your top like sporting events that you've been to yourself, like, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's just like maybe you fucking had a blast that night. It was like a badass game, or because obviously the first thing you think of are championships, which I have some on my top, but like I have certain games that like was a friendly and it was badass. So
I like it.
Just throwing that out there. You guys start nibbling on that. Think about the ones that you can remember.
That's a tease for the next week right there. We could be bringing up. But yeah, I think that does it for this episode, you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting us, and we want you guys to still go and subscribe and follow us on Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Los Fantasy Cuz. We want you guys to go on there, comment on our videos and clips that we have on TikTok, especially that our producer makes that are pretty awesome. So go on there, give us some comments, give us some reviews, and let us know how we're doing.
Yeah, we enjoy making these, so hopefully you guys enjoy listening to us bullshit for a couple hours. Thank you.
Thanks for listening, familia. We'll see you guys next week.
Another fun episode. Love you guys.
Fierro. Peace.
Let's go.